bad team. Let's find out what these highlights.
Fake bad
Packers.
Right.
The Chargers.
Flash Gordon, maybe?
Hey, I don't know, man. Phillip Rivers talking to his coach, trying to figure out how he's going to approach this. This is one of 3 teams that Phillip Rivers has never defeated. How about that? 0-3 versus the Packers. Here is Joey Bosa, who I'm calling the Bosa restrictor, because he was smothering, suffocating. You like
what that is? That's sibling rivalry. His brother's getting all the love.
You're right.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys, I'm the better
Bosa.
Bosa.
They're both out there. They're both healthy.
Yeah.
They're both defensive players of the week last week. They're an incredible
And they
duo.
went co-defensive player of the year. I don't know.
Can we give a shout out to their mom, too?
Yeah, I know. Shout out to the genetics. Melvin Ingram had himself a day, too, and there is Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, the shade, the sun.
Oh, be nice.
There's a lot of
Come
shade.
on, the Melvins.
Yep. Aaron Rodgers dropping back, trying to make something happen. And this ball is incomplete. He's looking for Davante Adams. Davante Adams back on the field. That combination just didn't work. All right, here's Packers trying to punt, and it is blocked by Drew Tranquill, which is ironic because there was nothing tranquil about this butt whooping.
Put him to sleep.
How about this? He gets blocked. It only goes 8 yards.
I think Drew Tranquil's ever had jokes about the word tranquil.
Yeah, and
Probably got a sponsorship with NyQuil.
It's kind of a cool ass
Such a unique name.
Tranquil.
Tranquil.
tranquilizer dart. I like it. It's kind
Got
of
one in your neck,
badass.
bro. I like you, man, but you're
Old
crazy.
school pool references. Here we are.
Needed it. Frank the Tank over
All right,
here.
here we go. And there is Anthony Lynn loving it, running the ball down their throat on 4th and 1. He punches it in, and this is a statement. And that is a finish.
That's how you punch it in from the one.
That's how you punch it in. Old school football there, folks. Here we go. Chargers, they win 26-11. And here's the Chargers quarterback, our guy, Phillip Rivers, in a special
Let's go,
guest.
Lip.
Plus Aaron Rodgers as well.
To me, the keys today were don't turn it over and score in the red zone and sustain drives. You know, don't give these guys the ball too much. Don't let Aaron be on the field too much. And that was a combination of our defense doing a great job and us staying on the field and getting first downs. But we got to do a better job in the red zone. I was afraid those field goals early were going to hurt us.
Yeah, they're great players. I mean, they didn't really. I think they pressured 1 or 2 times the entire game. A lot of 4-man rushes, and they got they got after us a little bit up front. So, we got to get back to protecting and throwing the ball on time and being accurate. And this is a good slice of humble pie for us.
I like that spin there. It might be a good thing that, after losing 3 straight, the Chargers came back and beat the Bears, and they beat the Packers. Next up, the Chargers do face the Raiders in what is a playoff-like game on Thursday Night Football on NFL Network. But Aaron Rodgers, he's looked awesome all year. We've been praising him for his play, the balance that this team has. They only ran the ball 10 times for 40 yards. The Chargers were able to stop all of that. The defense for the Chargers gave a lot of credit to. Was this just a weird game for the Packers? Or are we worried?
Yeah, you can be worried for sure. I mean, I hate taking the steam out of a loss by discrediting what the victor did. And what they did is they made Aaron Rodgers uncomfortable. That combination between him and Davante Adams just didn't get going. The running game that we've been complimenting so much couldn't really get off the ground. So calling it a weird game would be dismissive to how well the Chargers played. I will say this, though, looking forward, you got to spin it forward. How many teams are built like the Chargers are built? Because they got Bosa and Ingram making teams on the back
I would
end.
actually contend and say that the teams in the NFC you're going to have to face, the 49ers, they might have a better front four than the Chargers. The Carolina Panthers might have a better front four than the Chargers. And quite honestly, the way they're playing right now, the Saints might have a better front four. So to me, it's very concerning because the offensive line of Bakhtiari and Bulaga and Lindsey, all these guys, they got worked last night. And that might not be the best defensive line they face coming forward in the NFC because that NFC top, like the real strength of the division, it's Vikings. It's Packers, Panthers. They're all built so big up front in the trenches. If that's the kryptonite to the Packers and that's what silences them, there's reason for concern.
And time of possession is something that they dominated yesterday. Teams like the Niners, they can absolutely do that. They've got the
fact they only ran the ball 10 times, though, that's definitely worrisome. Here's what I'll just say. Like, if this was last year, guess who everybody would be blaming right now? Mike McCarthy. Because he only ran the ball 10 times. Matt LaFleur is the new guy, so he gets the pass. But going against that defense, why would you not set up a bunch of draws and screens to slow down that pass rush? You got Melvin Ingram and Bosa. Why not find a way to help your tackles out? I will say this. The offensive line, they've been really good. You mentioned David Bakhtiari.
One of the best. He talks about them glowingly week in, week out.
Bulaga, Billy Turner's been having a good year. They got manhandled. And Aaron Rodgers was clearly frustrated. But case in point is if you're Matt LaFleur and you see that going on, you've got to have an in-time midstream adjust. You've got to have a game time change. And hey, look, we're struggling with this. Here's our answer to that. They did not have an answer. It is a clunker game. You know, here's the cliches. It's like, all right, we're going to take this game film, we're going to bury it. Rex Ryan did that one time before. You kind of, all right, learn from it. Let's move on because I don't think it's going to play out in the long run. It's not going to hurt the Packers because everybody in their division lost as well.
That's true. The entire NFC North got handed L, so they didn't lose anything.
Winter's coming.
That's true. Well, the Panthers are coming. That's who they face in Week 10. Let's bring in our guy, Ian Rappaport. He's in New York, not here in studio, though. He is busy keeping his eyes on everything that's shaking. Rap Sheet, thanks for hanging out with us this morning. When can we expect to see Chiefs QB Patrick Mahomes, Panthers QB Cam Newton back in action? The Panthers do play Green Bay, as I said, next week.
Now, different story for both of these quarterbacks. Let's start with Patrick Mahomes, who we saw looking extremely agile in an abbreviated celebration yesterday after Harrison Butker's game-winning field goal. Thankfully, Butker didn't touch Mahomes, didn't want to alter him or kind of stall his recovery. It is looking, though, like there's a real possibility that Patrick Mahomes comes back this week. We'll be about 24 days from dislocating that kneecap. A really strong, really quick rehab. Kind of got close yesterday to being out there, but obviously in the end, it ended up being Matt Moore. Good chance we see Patrick Mahomes out there this Sunday. For Cam Newton, a very different story. In fact, we may get some news on Cam Newton today. My understanding was he was going to use the weekend to consider his options after his visit with Dr. Robert Anderson. The recommendation from Anderson, the noted foot and ankle specialist, was no surgery, but they believed it would need a couple weeks, several weeks, for Cam's foot to get right. Look at the calendar. There really aren't that many weeks left. If he misses a month or more, which at this point is the expectation, is it realistic he comes back in December? We may see Cam Newton placed on injured reserve some point early this week.
Kyle Allen got himself a win yesterday. He played very well, so that, of course, helps this whole offense and situation with the Panthers stay afloat in that division. Thank you so much, Ian Rappaport, for keeping your eyes on everything. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Let's talk Buffalo Bills. They bounce back. Did they show that they are a legit contender? I mean, Super Bowl contender? This is a playoff team, 100%.
They keep on stacking wins. They did beat the Redskins, though.
But they beat the Redskins, though.
They did.
And